in 2009 when she said she had lived in New York for, quote, 0 months. She also testified that her car is still registered in Vermont, where she has spent the last 3 summers, and that as recently as 2013, she provided a police officer who had pulled her over with a Vermont address. Governor Cuomo's campaign is trying to get her knocked off the primary ballot by claiming she has not met the residency requirement that she live in New York for 5 years before running. There's obviously a lot at stake here politically for the governor, and joining us now to talk about today's developments, the political columnist for the New York Post and our political analyst, Fred Dicker. Fred, big day for her in court, and it sounds like it was not a really good day for her either.
I think you're right, Liz. It was really the efforts by the governor's people to knock her off that were heard today. She'll have a chance to respond tomorrow. I guess her mother's a Vermont judge and will be in the courtroom testifying as to why she thinks her daughter is, in fact, a New York resident. But to me, the really interesting issue here is why would someone like Governor Cuomo, who's been so strong in the polls, really care about someone no one ever heard of, someone with that unusual name of Zephyr Teachout? And the reason is Teachout is a real danger to the governor. If she survives this and is on the ballot, and the primary is just in about 4 weeks on September 9th, she's a real danger to the governor. Not to beat him, but to win enough votes to embarrass him nationally. And just think about it, if she gets on the ballot, what does the governor do? Does he debate her? He doesn't want to, because if he debates her, it raises her profile. And if he refuses to debate her, he's going to be accused of sort of reinforcing his image as a bully. That's why he wants to get rid of her now.
Yeah, basically he wants her to go away so he's not faced with those kinds of decisions.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of funny because we often hear about the Democrats talk about the Republican war on women. Many Democrats would say, and they have been saying, well, even if she doesn't quite meet the requirements for residency, why not let her run? After all, Andrew Cuomo, when you ran for governor in 2002, as many will recall, he had been living in Washington, D.C. for many years as HUD secretary, yet he was able to run then.
You know, we've talked so much about he either wants personally to do well, needs to do well for his higher ambitions. How do we define that well, Fred? How well does he have to do?
Yeah. Well, he has defined it in private, and others around him have confirmed this, as beating or equaling his own father's re-election number back in 1986, when Mario Cuomo, running against a Westchester County executive, ironically, scored, I believe it was about 65% of the vote. And until that time, that was the biggest victory ever seen in a gubernatorial race, at least in modern times. Eliot Spitzer, when he ran the first time and won, surpassed that. But many people believe, and I'm one of them, that Andrew Cuomo has been hoping to equal his father's number. In light of the Moreland Commission scandal, though, I think a lot of people now agree that's not likely. But that's been the target he has set.
It'd be interesting to know if he has changed his benchmark since all this happened. But
I don't think he would tell us if he did.
Most likely not. Thank you, Fred. We'll talk again tomorrow, I'm sure. And don't forget, you can hear Fred's radio program live in the state capitol weekday mornings, 10 to 11, Talk 1300 AM.
New at 5:30, hundreds of thousands of dollars are being awarded to 3 Capital Region hospitals: Albany Med, Columbia Memorial, and Ellis. It's part of New York's healthcare overhaul. The state health department says this money will be used to revamp how hospitals handle patient care. So congratulations to them. I'm sure it will be money well spent.